One group of people that I've hit really hard in the feels on here are the ones that loves outlaw country music and the ones that love southern rock music. When they come out to my shows and see me dressed the way I'm dressed, they see my Ronnie Van Zant tattoo or my Waylon tattoo, and then they hear my beliefs and hear the kind of songs I'm writing these days, they get all bent out of shape. Now, I'm not here to call myself an outlaw. I'm not here to embrace that. But I do want to point something out. The term outlaw country music was coined by a lady named Hazel Smith, and she did so because she was trying to find a way to describe the music that was being made at that point. And she looked up the word outlaw in the dictionary, and it meant someone who lives on the outside of the written law. And she felt like that the music being made by people like Waylon Jennings and Willie Nelson, Tom Paul Glaser, she felt like that music was on the outside of the written law in music in Nashville. They were going against what Nashville wanted them to put out. So earlier I had a follower, and I'll call them a follower even though they might not follow the page. They comment on everything, so they're here for the party. And they said to me that I needed to get back to writing songs about dirt roads and pickup trucks and get back to that. That's funny because I thought you guys hated bro country. I thought you guys wanted something different. I thought you guys wanted something that was different, but it turns out you only want outlaw music if it goes right with what you believe to be true. The whole thing's pretty comical to me. How that for years, you wanted people to come along and be different. You wanted people to come along and have different, you didn't want the same old country music you'd been fed for years and years. But then when artists came along, as long as they was just singing about doing cocaine, that was fine. But if they said something else like Black Lives Matter, you got all bent out of shape over that. Meanwhile, you're sitting there listening to someone like Johnny Cash, who made an entire album about the struggles of the natives, the Trail of Tears albums. The record company did not want him to release that. The record company would not allow Merle Haggard to release the song Irma Jackson, which was about an interracial relationship. There's so many songs in the catalog of outlaw writers that had they come out today, you guys would absolutely despise it. So which is it? I'm trying to follow you here. Are you wanting country music that simply upholds everything you believe? Because if you do, that goes against the very fiber of what the Outlaws made. That goes against the very grain of everything they stood for. I'm not saying they would all agree with me if they were here today. A lot of them might not. But I would much rather, I'm perfectly okay, folks. I want this to be made perfectly clear. I am perfectly okay with dying on this hill. I don't care if I ever sit in front of a crowd of people and try to pull out another, Waylon cover or Skinner cover in my life. And I love Waylon and Skinner. I love them. But I'm over sitting there playing to people, looking at their phones and not even paying attention. So if we're gonna make music that rocks the boat, then we're gonna make music that rocks the boat. Outlaw country music, whatever you want to call it, you guys missed the whole point of it. You guys, you think that outlaw country music means you grew your beard out long and you put a phase shifter on your Telecaster. You think, and people, hey man, you got to hear this guy, man, he's got a good outlaw sound. Until he says something you disagree with, and then suddenly he's not real country anymore. So you guys are pretty much clueless as to what country music is. You're pretty much clueless as to what outlaw country music is. And you only like it if it fits your agenda. So you're everything that you claim you hate and don't even realize it.